Welcome back to Titanium Hanger. This is Mike, and I'm coming at you with the weekly news and review for February 16th of 2020. Well, there's not much news this week, so I guess I'll just see y'all next week. Haha, just kidding. Actually, there's quite a bit going on, believe it or not. We're going to get into all of this coming up. First thing I want to talk about is the fact that they are pushing back shipping in China till late February for obvious reasons. And I understand on YouTube we're really not supposed to talk about specifically what that reason is anymore. I don't know why, and I'm just going to leave it alone. But I am going to say that my heart goes out to all the people over there dealing with this problem. So the byproduct of that is a lot of delays. So what's getting delayed? Well, pretty much everything. So there's a video that came out showing sort of a transformation of the Firebird Nicey, their version of RC. It's not a full transformation video. It's just like a quick little glimpse at it. And then there was saying that it's going to be delayed till April, and it should have been out sooner, or even later than April, I guess. So I think April's the magic date on a lot of these delayed figures that are officially delayed that already were supposed to be out or are coming out this month or something along those lines. We haven't got official word, but we kind of got some people that keep in touch with people overseas there showing that yes, the Sheridan is going to be next and it's not going to come out till April either. So a couple of delays, very specific figures that have been given specific dates. And well, truthfully, I like having dates, but at this point, I still think it's a question. There's a giant question mark surrounding everything that's going to be coming out this year in a timeline. So here are a few figures that, well, I guess they slipped by me because I didn't even know these were coming out. They're supposed to be out in June, but it's pretty interesting. They call them the Takara Diaclone Reboot, the DA54. This one here is the Tri-Rambler. This is the Tri set. Anyway, it looks cool. It looks sort of GoBot-esque or GoBot-ish to me, but I still think it's cool. It's about $135 for this guy. This one here is called the Shadow Jetter, and it's a Triverse Shadow Jetter. It's $150 for this guy. I think it looks pretty cool. It's interesting designs. I'm not sure what the alt modes look like just yet, but that's still something cool out of left field. Diaclone. And this one's called the Triverse Tri-Digger, and it's $135. You can check all this stuff out at Chosen Prime yourself. They're up for pre-order there, and I think actually a couple of them are in stock right now. So this is something that really slipped by my radar, and so maybe you want to check them out there and pick them up. Next up, we got some pictures of the Fans Hobby MB-15 Naval Commander, and it gets a name and a new super mode images, but this thing is big. It's even bigger than this other Power Master Optimus Prime they were making. And I would guess that the paint would be on par with the Power Master Optimus Prime. It looks pretty good. And this thing is just even bigger and more massive. But yeah, it's in the works. This is definitely a prototype. And no release date on it yet, of course. And I don't think I've seen a price on it just yet either. Okay, next up we have the new Tri-Ace Toys TTO1 Commander prototype images of the unofficial MP style convoy. This is yet another Optimus Prime coming out and looks pretty cool. There's no date or price or actual size, but you get a picture of the front, you get a picture of the back, you get a little there's a few other pictures out there, but they're more or less the same. Anyway, it's a pretty good looking figure. I'm always concerned when there's a stand holding it up and it's not standing on its own, but you know, that's just my concern. Anyway, I still think it looks pretty cool for another Optimus Prime. So, if you got an extra grand sitting around and you want a statue, I've got the statue for you. So this is a Megatron Gold version of the Prime 1 Studios Megatron, and I think it looks really cool. It's a good looking statue, and it's big. It's 26 inches or something like that, 26.4 inches, and it's made. I don't think it's made of die cast. They had some crazy word they called it, what it's made out of, but it's not actual metal. It's made of something else. Whatever I guess the statues are made of, but it's got an interesting paint scheme with where the base meets the feet and all of that, and it just looks really good. They do a lot with statues, but it still blows my mind. The less posable an item is in the Transformers world, the more expensive it gets. But then again, you get this back, and I think a clean back matters to a lot of people. So I think the only way to really achieve that is a statue or a non-transformable figure. If no kibble on the back is something you're looking for, this is it. And if you need it the size of a toddler, this is it. So we got some questions from Wonderfest answered. So let's go through these real quick. About the Armada Optimus Prime, the new mold, no decision as to whether to put him in Masterpiece Generations or another line. It hasn't been canceled, but nothing has been decided what to do with him, as they wanted to show the prototype to gauge interest. So this is coming from Takara. This is Takara representative. The next one, regarding the recent QC issues found in Masterpiece Hound, regarding the factories and different materials were used in Vietnam, but they were unaware how they would pan out for Hound, as well as unaware of the results will be. They know that the breakage is right now, but no decision has been made for future re-release or if they will change, the factories and materials. So nothing's going to change just yet with all the breakages and all the reports and all that stuff. Okay, so that's an issue. Like, they're aware of the issue. Are they going to be like sending replacements? Are they going to make a better one for those who broke theirs? Who knows? Next up, regarding the recent constant price increment. So basically the price increase. Chikara Tommy, booth director, mentioned that the fans have overly demanded for the cartoon aesthetic. So they're saying the tune accuracy is fan driven. So in order to pull off the cartoon aesthetic while maintaining the proper alt mode, the number of parts for each figure has gone up. So part count is what they're saying, compared to the Masterpiece Datsun or Wheeljack. And the cost of materials has also gone up, which also contributes to the rise in price. On this matter, they let them know that many fans feel they will be forced to quit the hobby if the prices become too expensive. The response to that was, this is something they have discussed with executives, and it contributes to the decisions of what figures will be made next. So there is a lot in this, to tell you the truth. And they're talking about the tune aesthetic is for basically fan driven. We're wanting this. They're saying part count is there. They're saying the materials cost is there. And they're also saying they're not going to make obscure characters because they can't take that financial risk. All of this is what I'm driving from what's in here. And then again, thanks to our friends at TFW 2005 for passing all this along. You're actually a great news source. What I don't understand is, though, we have a chance to talk to Takara at Wonderfest, and we don't ask, is this mistransformed? We don't ask the biggest question in the room. Is there something else we can do about this chest or something? And that question doesn't get asked. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. So Banana Force has some more pictures of their MPL02 Great Armor. Anyway, it looks cool. It looks great. I think we've seen this in an unpainted prototype, but we haven't seen this in colored form or colored prototype. And I don't even think this is actually the actual prototype. I think this is still a render, and I think this is a colored render. That's my belief. I don't have actual evidence of this, but I might be wrong. This might actually be the colored prototype. I mean, it's interesting. It's so hard to tell these days with all the 3D modeling and the CAD designs and all that stuff, but it looks good. It looks amazing. If this is your era and what you're in for, a lot of people are bashing the G1 or saying, like, we're sick of seeing G1. We want to see our G1. We want to see our era. And Banana Force is giving that to you. So I know that a lot of times news comes out in publications that we don't actually see online. Like, our online information is pages off of a publication in Japan or something like that. So we're getting Toy Robot magazine getting made, and they have a Facebook page and all that stuff. You can simply find Toy Robot on Facebook and you'll find them. You can follow them and all of that. and updates, but their premiere issue is coming soon. And with that premiere issue, they have some interesting stuff in there. One of the things they're going to show is some KO transforming robots that have been made, which is something like I've never seen. And it's really cool when you get introduced to new stuff that you've never seen before, you've never heard of. But it's strikingly familiar because it's based on, well, official stuff, but it's a KO. Like a lot of times you think of KO, it's an exact knockoff, not a remade of this character design. But yeah, there's some cool stuff that they're going to show in the first issue, in the premiere issue. So they're going to come out swinging with some interesting stuff that you've never seen anywhere else. They put these promo pics out. Of course, they definitely put their name all over it, as you can see. But I think it's really cool that they've done this, and I'm interested in seeing how this first issue pans out. Before we get into Chug stuff, I do want to talk about Flame Toys is reissuing their Tarn, which, by the way, was a figure I've never heard anyone speak negatively of. So it's a good figure. And hold on, let me check my wallet. No, I don't got $400 extra laying around for this guy. I still think Flame Toys is very expensive. It's high end, but I hear that it feels high end. It feels expensive, and when you hold it and mess with it, and you look at the aesthetic, it looks, feels, and acts like a $400 figure. And stop. Before we get into any mainline Chug stuff, we're going to talk about the clear version of Starscream. You can get this on BBTS, and the thing is that this isn't the super clear one. This is clear with some color in it. There's like a completely transparent one that I hear they're making 5 of. But this guy's like $62 or something like that. You go to BBTS and search New Age, you'll find a multitude of these. I think there's 4 or 5 different colors that they're putting out that you can get, the gold and the green and the transparent, this one. But man, New Age does a great job. It's a lot of money for a 3-inch Starscream. But he is really good from what I hear. So now that Siege is over, but the war for Cybertron has just begun. Autobots and Decepticons left Cybertron, but the battle breaks as they travel through space at maximum speed looking for Allspark. Build the next battlefield. Earthrise collectible characters allow fans to build epic spatial battle scenes with characters that can become a modular battle station and join together to expand the battlefield, each sold separately, subject to availability. So there are some descriptions of these two that are floating around out there, and the Earth mode G1 and weapons with a Quintesson Alacon character turns into an animal mode in 14 steps, comes with a lance and an accessory, as an accessory. So not a whole lot about it, but it is showing that it's coming, and it should be coming soon. So these aren't the first wave, maybe they'll be in the second or the third wave, but I'm looking forward to it. But what do they say about RC? Now, there's been a lot of controversy about the RC lately in the Masterpiece line. This is in the Chug line on the Hasbro Earthrise. So looking with this, it says the RC toy converts into a classic G1 sports car mode. It's 15 steps and comes with a blaster. A single blaster accessory. Part of the character backpack can be removed for a more stylish look and used as a hoverboard. So I'm wondering if this is the classics, the Generation 30th or whatever, that followed the Wei Zhang version and just took the backpack piece off. I'm wondering if that's it, or if it's going to completely blow our mind on how it works. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie, I think it's pretty interesting. I want to see what they've done with this. And lots more Earthrise stuff showing up at every Walmart and Target in the entire country. Except mine. I haven't seen them at all. Oh, I did see some MicroMasters, but... So we have this version here. It's the sound barrier. Anyway, this is an all-new, completely, entirely new Transformer that we've never seen before. And what this does is it converts into a shield, and it also acts as a connecting piece or a connecting port to connect one station to another, or one city bot to another city bot. Cool idea, cool gimmick. I know for a fact my son will like it. This is definitely for the kids, but you know, adult collectors can get so much out of this because I just recently saw a collection video where it was a great massive display of all of the Titans and all of the city bots and the blaster and all that stuff put together. I should have asked if I could use that in this. It's funny how we get like in-package pictures of Studio Series stuff, and I wasn't 100% sure we were getting a Studio Series Sentinel Prime, and it looks cool. I think Sentinel Prime is one of those interesting characters that came from the Bayverse movie lore that we got in a leader class, and we got them also in the Voyager, but this is a huge upgrade, and of course I like the bigger leader class size, but I think this is slightly above the average size of a Voyager anyway, but I love that sparkling metallic paint. If I'm looking at it right, that red is popping. This is probably going to be one of the better Studio Series figures. And that's saying a lot because Studio Series is really a great line. Takara and Hasbro are doing a great job. So here is Shatter. If you are looking in your stores, you're probably seeing the Shatter that converts from robot mode into car mode right now. This is the robot mode into the jet mode. And wouldn't it suck if they actually make a triple changer in a couple years? So you're like, what am I going to do with these other two? But anyway, this is coming out. This is the in-package shots. And oddly enough, it looks a whole lot like the one I keep seeing in the store all the time. So that's interesting how close they can make it match to the other version. But it turns into a whole different toy, or a whole different alt mode. And Roadbuster, I thought Roadbuster was brown. But anyway, Roadbuster's a teal blue nowadays. So I'll have to come to terms with that and just live with it from now on. So from now on, Roadbuster is teal blue. I'm going to spray paint my G1 teal blue soon. But here he is in the box, and yeah, it's cool. It's an interesting looking character. I don't even remember seeing it in the movie. But I like the name. You know, this week is a little light on news, but guess what? Next week, we have Toy Fair 2020. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we've already know that came out, but we're going to get clarity on a few things, and then, of course, we're going to see a whole lot more of what we've been wanting to look forward to, like this G.I. Joe Classified line, which is actually going to get an exclusive of America's Elite. Now, we don't know what this G.I. Joe America's Elite is. We know that it's an exclusive for somewhere or something or somewhat. They're slipping out something here, there, and everywhere. But it will be pretty cool to find out exactly what's going on with it. I love the fact that they are hinting and, well, proving that it is going to be retro-styled figures. There are, Walmart is showing, Walmart.com. So there's space holders on Walmart for these figures. Of course, it says sold out. There's no pictures or anything. The price is $19.97 or something like that. So right around the $20 price point. So it's not going to be something stupid like $30 like they're saying the new price point of Black Series Star Wars might be, which I don't agree. But anyway, I'm excited about this. We'll know more about this next week when Toy Fair arrives. And also, if you've been ordering on Hasbro Pulse Premium, they're going to be extending that out because, you know, it's celebrating a year anniversary of Hasbro Pulse. So, yeah, we're going to give you an extra 6 months of free Hasbro Pulse Premium. We're not going to charge you for this. Basically, when they start charging people shipping to ship their stuff, they're just going to order from Amazon or Walmart.com or somewhere else. That's just the fact of reality. Unless it's an exclusive you can only get on Hasbro Pulse, the premium is going to need to last forever. This week in Star Wars news, there's a whole lot going on. The Black Series wave is now heading to the US with this case pack of one Ceremony Luke, Yavin Ceremony. I'm looking at this, and of course I have a Yavin Ceremony Luke, but his eyes don't look like that. So I don't know what's up with this. Is this a running change? Is this a whole different Yavin Luke than the one that I have? I don't know. Count Dooku, which I know a lot of people are excited for because, well, the clone era is coming. We're a week away from the clone show starting on the 21st, so pretty exciting there. We're also getting Clone Commander Bly, which, you know, would look right next to your Captain Rex, right? Would that look good? And then we're getting the Knight of Ren in the 6-inch, which we've gotten it in the 3 3/4 inch. And we're doing the whole swap-a-roo thing. Whatever was made in 3 3/4 inch is now getting made in 6-inch and vice versa. We're also getting 2 of the Sith Jet Troopers, which, by the way, I haven't seen the Sith Troopers selling as well as I thought they would, but that's just me. And 2 Zori Blisses, and there's interesting news about Zori Bliss. Zori Bliss has a fuzzy picture. No. She has her removable face mask or the movable goggles or whatever. And I think this figure is cool. It kind of reminds me of Zeb, whatever the one from the prequels was. That looks exactly like this in the prequels, but was a shape changer. But I think it's a cool looking figure. It's a cool looking character. They didn't go super deep into the character's backstory and all that in the movie, but it is interesting looking, and I think this figure is going to be one of the ones that people are after. Speaking of Black Series figures, people are after it. So we've got this, it's a Raven. It's like the Jedi version of Raven, and it's a GameStop exclusive. It's starting to show up, and I saw one in person, but the guy working at GameStop was nice enough to show me one that was pre-ordered, and I was able to, I guess I have my own picture of it, but I was able to take a picture of it and look at it, but I can't buy it because it's a pre-order. But I have full faith. GameStop exclusives show back up at GameStop. It's not like it's a one and done thing. GameStop gets their exclusive and they get plenty of it. So I'm sure it'll show back up, and when it does, I'll get it. But sadly, the day I had it in my hand looking at it, it was on sale. It's normally $30. It was on sale for $25, which I still think is way too much. 20 is enough. Another GameStop exclusive is this Heavy Battle Droid, and if you want to get this, you can just go right over to GameStop.com right now because they're up for sale in stock. You can get it, but you gotta buy $35 worth of stuff to get free shipping, so you gotta get more than just this. My problem is I bought like 5 regular Battle Droids, and they were all $15. For whatever reason, they were on sale everywhere for like $15 at that time, and now the prices are going up, and makes me not want to buy them so much when the prices go up. And we're getting more reports from other parts of the country. I know it says something like Mayors or whatever that these figures are showing up. Also, Robot Kingdom has them on pre-order for the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back line of figures. Now, we don't know the other 3 just yet, so there's still a bunch of speculation. So I'm done speculating. I'm going to wait till I know for sure to talk about the other 3 any further. But yeah, this looks good. This is for, you know, old guys like me that just love the G1 packaging. Now, there's some pictures of the Probe Droid loose, some comparison pictures, so you can kind of see what does this Probe Droid look like. Looks good. And he's big. So there's been some speculation about the size of him, how big he'll actually be, and I like a few things about it. First off, the little tentacle legs are different sizes. If you look at all the stuff they've released with a 3.75 inch kind of scale line, it seems like it's just identical kind of size legs at the bottom. This thing has different types of legs. This is more screen accurate. It has some battle scuffing on it, which works for this particular figure very well. And yeah, it's kind of a simplistic type of figure in a way, but I like everything they've done with it. I can't wait to get my hands on one and do a review. And we have more in-hand pictures of this interesting troop transport. This Imperial troop transport it's cool. It looks good. I hear that it's bigger than some of the other ones we've gotten, but not as big as you would expect for a $70 vehicle. The entire top is removable. Plus, there's extra little opening doors and stuff that's in that removable top. But there's many different options for display on this. Let's call them play options, but they're really display options. But it looks like a cool vehicle. I can't wait to pick one up myself. And more 3.75 inch stuff. We've actually gotten a ton of reports of people getting the Mandalorian wave in on the 3.75. And let's say, Vintage Collection has not seen a new wave in almost 6 months. It's been a long time. Like, we've had a movie come and go and not a new wave. So, why? What's that all about? Anyway, here we go. This is one of the most anticipated waves of Vintage Collection figures out there. way more anticipated than, well, say, like any movie waves. And these are getting scarfed up really quick. They have not come into mine yet, so my Walmarts or Targets or anything. But I look forward to getting my hands on them. We've seen the cover art for the DVD for Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker is getting a DVD release. Well, of course it is. I mean, always. It's usually around April anyway. I think everything's going to happen in April, and yeah, that's the way it is. So if you want to pick up the DVD and watch it over and over and over and over, you can. Lastly, the anticipated release of the Boba Fett helmet is coming, and it's coming very soon. The Black Series Boba Fett helmet's going to retail for $99.99. It's going to have some sound effect stuff to it, I believe, but it is also going to look very realistic. And I know that they made one back in the day that had a complete helmet in the kids line that actually fits adults. Somehow they made it in the toy aisle to fit adults back in the day, and now we got another one coming. But this was going to be superior. But the funny thing is that for what, the last 6-7 years, unless it's a high-end Black Series, all the kid helmets have just been one-sided. It's a very one-sided approach to making the kid helmets. This is actually going to be a full helmet, and I think that's the only way of getting full helmets from Hasbro, again, is to pay the premium price. So what did you think about this week's weekly news and review? What else did I miss? What other cool stuff was going on out there that I didn't catch? Because, hey, I really want to know. Like, subscribe. Dream Hanger out.